Good morning, my children. Great to be with you once again. How are you all doing? I hope you are all doing good. Now, the last time we met, we talked about plants and animals in OWOP. And so today we are going to talk about animals. We are going to talk about animals because we have already discussed plants already. Good. Now, what did we say plant is? What did we say plant is? Can anybody help me out? Yes? Yes, George. Very good. Plant is an animal. Plants are living things that grows in a soil. And all around us, everywhere we go, we see plants. Even in our gardens, in our flower pots, we see plants in our homes. Very good. Now let's go on to today's lesson. Today's lesson, we are going to talk about animals. As I have ascribed on the board, we are talking about animals. Animals. What are animals? Animals are also living things. They are also living things created by God. Animals are living things which lives in our homes or in the forest. Animals are living things that lives in our homes or in the forest. Now, that is the definition of animals. Animals are living things that lives with us in our homes or in the forest. Now we are going to talk about the kinds of animals. Kinds of animals. Kinds of animals. Now, what are the kinds of animals? Now, the kinds of animals are into different types. Now, the basic one that we are going to learn because of our level, we are going to talk about the domestic animals, wild animals, domestic animals and wild animals. Now, so we have the domestic animals and wild animals. Now, let's move on. What are domestic animals? And before I get the answer, can I have somebody to tell me how many of you, let me ask this question, how many of you have pets at home? Oh, very good, very good. Almost all of you. That's nice. Now, pets are domestic animals. So which means domestic animals are the kinds of animals that live in our homes. They live with human in their homes. So that is domestic animals. Domestic animals. And examples are cat, dog, hen, cock, duck, pig, and so on. So these are domestic animals. These are the animals that we refer to as domestic animals. Now, let's move on to the wild animals. Of course, I have some clips here, some charts here. Wild animals. Wild animals. What do you see here? An elephant. Very good. Now, how many of you have seen elephants in the home or in town before? In Winneba here, how many of you have seen elephants? No, which means elephant is classified as a wild animal, which lives in the forest. So an elephant is an example of wild animals. Now, I have another one. What do we call this? This kind of animals? What do we call it? Giraffe. Very good, very good. Very good. It is also a wild animal. Now, have here, wow, lion. Lion. Good. Very good. Lion is also an example of wild animal. Why are they referred to as wild animal? Because they are wild. They are very, very wild. We can't have lion in our homes. And of course, we cannot have an elephant as a pet. Why? Because a baby elephant can grow and become so big that it cannot be contained in the house. So that is why they are classified as wild animals. Very, very good. Now I have some examples of domestic animals here. Domestic animals. What do we see? Dog. Very good. It's a domestic animal. Now the next one here is a goat. It's also a domestic animal. Now kids. Now navigate with this. We have known the kinds. We have known what animals are and their kinds. Now let us move on to their importance. Let's move on to their importance. Importance of animals. Importance of animals. Good. Importance of animals. Animals are very important to humankind. When I say humankind, do you still remember humankind? Yeah, I'm talking about you and I. We are humankind. So animals are important to human beings in so many ways. This means that animals help us in so many ways. For instance, we have animals as friends, which we call them, which are classified as pets. They help us when mommy is not in the house. We have our cats, our dogs, or even our hens to play with. So mommy comes back or daddy comes back home. So it doesn't make us feel bored. So animals are very important to humankind. Now we are going to talk about four aspects of importance of animal. And the first one is going to be food. Someone may say, how can animal give us food? Of course, animals give us food. Animals give us what? Food. The egg you eat every day. The meat you chew every day. The food we eat contain aspects of animals. You are either eating fish, you are eating animal. If you are eating an egg, it is animal because you get the egg from hen. If you are eating whatever food with meat, it's from animal. Sausage is example of importance of animals. So let's keep that in our memory. Now the second one is sports. Sports. You might say, how? Yes, we use animals for sports. In some countries, in some Asian countries, they use cock for sports. They make the two sides of cocks to fight, to wrestle. It is what? Sport. And also we use horse. Horse is what? It's example of what? Importance of animal, which is what? We use horse for sport. Now we also use donkeys for sport. We can also use donkeys for sport. Now we move on to the next one. The next one, which is security. The next one, which is security. Security. The white one will say security, but here we say security. Now animals also gives us security. Why? Because they guide us. They protect us from armed robbers. Animals protect us from harm. When you have a pet like a dog or a cat, When something evil is coming to you, the dog will say it without you not saying, without you not knowing. So you may not know what is coming, but your pet can see what is coming in front of you. So animals are used as what? As security. Apart from that, we all know it's a common knowledge that dogs are kept in the house for security. We have dogs in our homes for security. All right, now the next but not the least, which is 4, is money. Money. Ego. The Igbos will call it ego. The Yorubas will call it owo. And Ghana, the Chi people, the Akans will call it sika. Money. Someone will say, how can money be of importance of animal? Yes, it is. For example, you have those who have poultry farms. What do? Do they eat all the fowls there? No. They sell them. They sell it. So it brings what? Money. Animals bring money to our family. They bring it to humankind. Now, the egg that we go to the market to buy, we buy with what? Money. And the person selling it will have money. So it means animals gives us money. It's one of the importance of animals. All right, kids, I believe today's lesson has gone down well with you. The same time next week. See you and bye for now. Bye.